Yeah? How many?
2, and they've got a girl in tow.
Morning, Tosh. Morning, Gov. What we got? Well, 4 burglaries so far. Off-licence booze and fags, garage fags and money, 1 old lady money, and a dry cleaner's money. Right, so who's out and about? Well, uniform are onto 2 young kids now. Absconded last night. Could be down to them. June Ackland's checking it out with Donna. Dead keen. Yeah? Yeah.
Well, let's hope it's catching, shall we, Tosh?
Yes, Gov. So, these 2 likely lads, where are they from? Herfield Grange? How do you guess?
That's supposed to be a secure unit.
Yep.
How many's that this month?
Quite a few. Lives downstairs now with a social worker who's worried about a young girl who's disappeared from the same place.
The girl's called Debbie Fisher. She's 13. I'm worried about her because she shouldn't have been in Herfield Grange in the first place. It was only a temporary arrangement.
Drastic. Wasn't there anywhere else available?
No, the council's closing children's homes. There wasn't a foster home available. I was on the phone all yesterday trying to find one.
Did she know these boys before?
Well, I can't see that she did, no. We took her into care because we think her stepfather's been abusing her.
And she ends up with the young offenders.
Collins, Michael Keith, aged 14. Vehicle theft, aggravated burglary, drugs, various.
Can't wait to meet him.
And Hughes, Vincent, 15. Arsonist, beater up of old ladies, and torturer of animals.
Oh, very nice.
They won't have gone far on past form. Their parents won't have them at home, but there's an unofficial network of safe houses available to them. Some of the older kids get council accommodation, and there's a couple of blokes who don't seem to mind who comes in and out. I've got the addresses.
What about the girl? Anything on her?
Nothing.
It's a cowboy film, Tosh.
Yes, Gov.
I mean, young bucks break out the reservation, wreak as much havoc as they can, and then creep back when the weather turns bad. They're going to need their own nick up there if they carry on at this rate.
Well, uniform are off around likely addresses, and June's gone with Dave Quinlan to talk to the old lady who got done over.
Right. Well, if by some unlikely chance they bring these kids in, Alistair Gregg can talk to them. Social workers, I wouldn't pay them in washers.
Fluffy Frank Burnside, my favourite DI.
Oh, no.
Age doesn't wither him, does it? Much.
Excuse me, Gov.
When are you all lot going to sort these kids out?
Well, I hear you've automatically got them in the frame for everything on the crime sheets last night.
If we bring them in, we're going to ask them some questions.
Just because they're young offenders?
Yeah. Good, healthy prejudice. You got any better ideas?
You could always chain them to their beds.
I'd tie them back to back with their social workers.
Number 18, bloke's called Martin Welsh. He's late 30s.
Here it is. Have we got anything on him, Miss Welsh?
He's been warned about letting truants hang around.
Well, let's take a look. Much of a gardener, isn't he? Ring the front doorbell, Polly. Gary, I'm going around the back. Right.
Coming your way, Dave.
Thanks, Bob. Hey. Someone at your front door.
Somebody at your end has got to get their act together.
It's not a perfect world, Frank.
You're not kidding.
Otherwise, how would you have lasted so long?
Easy.
There is a story going about that there might be a child porn ring moving into the area.
Yeah, I'd heard there was a rumour.
Some of the kids were overheard talking about it. Apparently, it's easy pocket money. They get to watch some videos, plenty to drink, that sort of thing.
Drugs?
No, Frank. They're filming the kids. They need them able to perform.
I've spoken to a sergeant in obscene publications, Gov. He said he wouldn't be surprised. Said it's really tatty quality, camcorder stuff. But on the child porn networks, they pay about 100 quid a video.
Preying on vulnerable kids.
Vulnerable?
Yes, Frank. Just like me and you.
I'd no idea they were absconders.
No, of course not.
Have you sighted a girl?
No, Sarge, we're still looking, over.
It's nothing to do with me, any of this.
Either of you two know where she is? No.
I didn't see how many come in. I was watching television. Vince popped his head round the door, see if it was all right to stop. I mean, I'd rather they was here than out on the streets.
Found her, Steve.
You know either of these two tow rakes?
Personally, I know the families.
How about Welsh?
New one on me.
Steve, nice one. They give you any trouble?
No, sir. No problems.
Hello, boys. I'm D.I. Burnside, CID. I'm going to want to talk to you later. That's after you finish with nice Sergeant Maitland here.
Yeah, we're going to have to get the warden down, Gov.
We should have been here by now. Is Macklin here yet, John?
No, not yet. We'll have to wait.
I know the rules.
Right. Which one of you's first?
Steve, where's the girl?
Polly's bringing her in.
Cheers.
Right.
Won't be a sec. Debbie Fisher.
She's not feeling too clever.
Debbie, your social worker's inside. We need to ask you some questions about what happened last night. You all right to do that?
Just leave me alone, right? I think she's a bit hungover.
Come on, love, let's go inside.
I'll go and sort the tapes out. Debbie, are you all right?
What does it look like?
We'll have a chat later.
Just leave me alone.
Well, I never.
Do you know how much is here? About 60 quid at the moment.
Bingo winnings.
If you like, Dad.
Oh, I like a sense of humour. You and I are going to have a serious conversation as soon as Mr. Macklin makes an appearance.
What for? I ain't stolen that.
I never said you had.
Don't you think we ought to get Debbie Fisher to
Right, if you
adopt
could sign there, please, Vincent.
He's just put 60 quid down on the table. Now I need to know what she can tell us about it.
All she's done
Steve,
is breach a care
attention.
order.
Look, I'm after these tow rakes for
Excuse me,
4 break-ins last night. They legged it as soon as we showed.
Debbie didn't.
She was asleep. She may be a witness.
She isn't well, can't you see that?
She looks well enough to make a statement. You're not listening, are you?
She might be in shock.
Oi! Pack it in!
I'm
warning you! Right.
Viv, take her through the front office interview room. Polly, you go with her. I'll deal with her after I've processed this lot.
Linda, come on. That's all.
Oh, look. It's the Guardians of Herfield Grange. Just in time to miss all the fun, as usual.
What was all that about? The fight with Michael Collins? I thought you were supposed to be mates.
Well, we're not.
Was he threatening you?
Look, I don't want to talk about it, okay?
Fine. Do you want a cup of tea?
Sure you're all right, Debbie?
I'm going to be sick.
What time do they go?
Sometime after 10.
Well, can't you be more specific?
I was out.
Well, presumably you left somebody in charge.
Herfield Grange is not a prison, Frank.
Pity. My colleague, P.C. Quinnan, was reminding me. I know your dad. He's in strange ways, isn't he?
I think we can do without the social chat, Frank.
D.I. Burnside and P.C. Quinnan interview with Vincent Hughes in the presence of Mr. Macklin from Social Services.
So, do you remember what time they arrived at your house?
I was watching television. I didn't look what time it was, no.
What was on?
There's a film on.
What film? I mean, if you can tell us the name of the film, then we can look it up in the listings and that'll give us a rough idea of what time they arrived.
Sorry. I don't sleep very well. I tend to watch television through the night and I doze off. Sorry.
When you first came in here, you had 60 quid on you. How'd you come by it?
It's mine.
How come it's yours? Where'd you get it? Is this some new printmaking class you're running, Mr. Macklin?
The kids are allowed a certain amount of spending money, Frank.
But not 60 quid, surely.
Of course not. He's never had so much money on him as far as we're concerned.
How would you know?
They get a minimal amount of spending money.
I thought you were supposed to be helping me.
I am, Vince.
So, Vince, where did you get the 60 quid from?
Bingo.
Really? Which all?
What do you mean?
Well, you say you won it playing bingo. I've no reason to doubt you. So I want to know which bingo hall you won it at. What street? When? I think we better go and talk to his pal, don't you? I'm interested in this 60 quid, Michael. Did you know your mate had that much money on him?
Nah.
And you don't remember going with him to the Monnier Court Bingo Palace?
He could have gone. Yeah.
And after you split, you went off with Debbie?
Yeah. To have a drink.
In a pub?
Yeah.
But you can't remember the name of it, right? I didn't think you would. But you do remember going through Monnier Court on your way to Mr. Welsh's house, don't you?
Never heard of it. Where's that?
It's some old folks' bungalows, pensioners, near Mr. Welsh.
I don't remember.
How about Debbie? Would she remember?
I don't know.
Why did you threaten her, Michael? Were you worried she might remember what you were up to last night?
She'd remember all right.
Do you know, I've been working it out.
What?
Well, the cost of all this. I mean, if they ever introduce an internal accounting system at the Met and we have to start charging, imagine what this morning's little exercise is going to cost. I mean, there's a station van, 4 uniforms, CID, then back here, more uniforms, more CID, me.
Cost a fortune.
Which we'd have to charge to Herfield Grange.
Yeah, social services won't be able to keep the payments up.
Right. Well,
Sorry, Sarge.
Sorry.
Have you seen the DI?
no,
What's wrong, Viv?
Debbie Fisher's saying she was raped. And I think she's telling the truth.
Well?
Debbie Fisher says she was raped.
She's trying it on.
I don't think so, Gov.
Look, she's worried about getting dragged down by these tow rags and she's trying to bail out.
Linda thinks she's telling the truth.
Well, she would, wouldn't she? Comes with a job. Where's it supposed to have happened?
In the house. They got her drunk.
What, Hughes and Collins?
She said they.
All right, stay with her. Frank? Sir, I've had a complication with these absconders.
Yeah, you have. Alan and Alistair have just brought in Joey Gillis. And he's coughed to all of last night's break-ins.
What, all of them? Well, look, sir, I've had a rape allegation by the girl, Debbie Fisher.
Is he credible?
Well, Martella and the social worker believe it.
It's not just a smokescreen.
Well, that's what I thought, but I've talked to the girl and I think she's on the level.
They got on a bus. They said they had to meet a friend for some money and a laugh. And then we stopped off and he gave us more booze.
Who did, Debbie?
Sorry?
Who gave you more booze?
The bloke whose house it was. He was watching videos. You know, hockey stuff, and I didn't like it. So I went next door. And Mick came in. And he started to cuddle. And I didn't mind that. And then he started to get fresh. And I said, no, but, well, Vince came in, and the other one, the one whose house it is. And I said, well, this is getting a bit out of hand. And I tried to get up, and I tried, but they were both laughing and pulling my jeans off.
She wanted it.
Really?
Sure.
She objected.
She's lying, Cal.
You got her drunk. She's 13. She's under the age of consent.
So am I.
Oh, and that makes it all right, does it?
He's a lying toad.
Are you sure?
He's always shooting his mouth off, isn't he?
They're doing tests on her now.
It don't worry me, that.
What about Mr. Welsh?
I don't know nothing about him.
So he's not involved either?
No.
So it's all down to Collins?
Nothing happened.
What about Debbie? She lying as well?
I've told you. You've forgotten?
Yeah, I have. Tell me what you said before.
She was drunk. She wasn't used to the booze. She was well gone.
Where did the booze come from?
It was in the house.
Oh, that's very generous of Mr. Welsh. No wonder you didn't like staying with Mr. Macklin here. You can hardly compete with that.
What are you on about?
You're rattled, aren't you?
Get stuck.
You are, aren't you? So, it's all down to you then.
What is?
The rape.
I told him.
It's confessed.
No.
Your mate has told us.
Told you what?
He's fingered you for the rape. He says he watched. Says it wasn't much of a rape either.
No.
Afraid so, Michael. Better remind him of the caution, Tosh.
He's wanted to talk.
Who, DC Lyons?
Vince.
What do you mean, Michael?
It's taped.
What do you mean? It's taped.
Thanks. You can take a shower now, Debbie. towel in there. Give me a shout when you've finished. All right?
I felt fairly cheerful when I came in this morning. Now I'm looking at some poor girl that we've kicked out of the frying pan right into the fire. We're supposed to be there to protect her.
She said they were messing about with a camera. Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, Welsh. I knew there was something.
It's got to be there somewhere. The video. It'll be on a video. Look, Viv, you have got to get that video before any of Welsh's mates do.
A Section 18 search. I ought to get authorisation.
Is there any chance you could get it before Frank Burnside lays his hands on it?
Come on.
And who's looking after the girl?
She's with Polly Page and the social worker. I thought it was important to get the tape.
Oh, yeah. Bit of a film director, our friend, I think. Never heard of radios, then? Or were you hoping to beat me to it? Right, let's make a start.
Nothing.
Wouldn't like to give us a clue, would you?
There's nothing to find. It's complete fantasy by sick children.
When I was a kid and an occasional collector of health and efficiency and Fiesta, wonderful Wendy's world of sex.
You all right, Tush?
And I didn't want my mum to find out what I was doing. Give us a hand, will you?
You're too fat.
Come on. I'll hold it steady for you. Yeah, give it me. Got it. Deb's Delights. Yesterday's date.
So, what do you got to say about that?
You look worse than I feel.
It's only physical with me, though.
Hasn't that always been your trouble?
So, how's your little film star?
How'd you find out?
Colin's coughed. Hughes won't help mine. I'll have to have another go at him. It would be nice if the girl would cooperate.
What about Welsh?
I've got his business diary. I'm going to get on the phone in a bit. Start giving some nasty men a horrible fright. I love doing that. You can see 'em on the other end. Feel it. As their whole world comes crashing down. I love it.
You worry me at times, Frank.
They deserve it, darling. I'd put their pictures in the paper, me.
What do you want to do about these, Gov?
Time to get on to obscene publications, I think. There's a geezer there we call a buff films buff.
I'm going to go and get a shower.
Viv,
Yes, sir?
I need you to have a look at this. See if you can spot who's doing what to your little friend. There's a video in the DCI's office. You can use that.
If I could believe that they weren't already badly damaged, I'd get hold of them and twist.
Can't take it, Tush.
Yes, Gov. Good thing, too.
Right, Mr. Welsh. I'm DCI Meadows of Sun Hill, and this is Inspector Karen of the Obscene Publications Squad. We'd like to ask you a few questions.
I've been having a look at your contact book, Mr. Welsh.
For the benefit of the tape, Mr. Welsh has been shown an address book which was found at 18 Askill Road.
I don't recognise that book.
It'll be tested.
I'm interested in some of the names, Mr. Welsh. They are familiar to me. As I'm sure you know, some of them are no longer in circulation. Some of your contacts have moved house, and I'm happy to discover their new addresses. We'll want your help to identify a few faces.
Something like this, I want to go and live on a desert island.
I've got to break the news to Debbie.
What do you think?
How would you feel?
See what you mean.
We've all had sex in circumstances we'd rather forget.
Yeah, thanks be, no one was filming it.
It's down to the others, really. If they decide to fight it.
Oh, they will. Their briefs will persuade them to go all the way.
Cricket on?
Very funny, Gov.
Well, must be something on about now. Prime Minister's question time or something like that.
All the botanists and scientists. Print from Tay-Wharf, Russian bomb, and taking quite a...
So, you seen it all?
Stinks, Frank.
So you two are going to be working together, are you? To help her live it down?
She's coping pretty well. Linda's managed to get her a good foster placement.
And she doesn't remember much of this. She was too drunk. You're going to have a peep, Frank?
That bloke from Obscene Publications, he's well chuffed. Reckons he's got a year's worth of contacts out of that address book.
So they come down to the halfway stage.
Gov, that bloke, you were saying?
Oh, yeah. He's well into this network you uncovered. He reckons Welsh is a main supplier. So that address book was well found.
What about Hughes and Collins?
Oh, they confessed. Didn't I tell you?
No.
So we won't be needing Shirley Temple after all.
Gov?
You rewound this?
Yes.
Nice Mr. Welsh has got enough credits to run a season at the National Film Theatre. So we don't need this anymore. The way I see it, he wouldn't have had enough time to run off any more copies. And there's even less chance of there being one secreted away in some pervert's private collection. What's one drunken night in the life of a young girl, eh?